I don't count that as vacation, do you?
Trips to Cali? Absolutely.
No, if you're going to visit friends,
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't count that as a real vacation.
So we start at 6, right?
Yeah, we started out. Why you do that to me? Okay, what is that? 4 weeks in a row you've done it?
You know what? I'm going to see how long I can go.
Welcome to Swipe Up to Chat, where Emily's goal is to catch me off guard and does it every single time. Every time.
You know what? When you're good at something, you're good at it, right?
Apparently you are very, very good at it. So how are you guys? If you are here, do us a favor and let us know in the comments. Say, hey, I'm here. If you're willing to share your travel stories with us, which we hope you are, because there's a prize.
A prize?
There's a prize.
You said I can't win, huh? That's not fair. You know, I would win.
I can't. I mean, because you know that we would just win. Hey, Adam. We would just win because we're twins. And what do twins do? Everything missing.
Everything. Okay, Mickey, you just made our day. Do you see this? You ladies look beautiful, and the smiles and giggles are the best.
I love her. Thank
Mickey
you.
Mickey is like one of my favorite people that I've never met.
Yeah, absolutely. She's got like the best sense of humor. It's snarky without being like vicious, but yet it's on the edge and it's perfect.
Yeah, she can definitely set a tone that you're like on the brink and you're like, if it was any more, you might be offended, right? Or she can say something. What'd you say?
She called me out yesterday, did she not?
About the babies?
Oh yeah. Oh, we're not losing to a toddler. Whatever.
So what happened? Because those that don't watch are those that are not in monkey business, which is like, I don't know, 99.99% of the population have no clue what you're talking about.
Okay, so there is a thing on Snapchat. It's a group of friends. It's called Monkey Business. And hey, Rebecca, we get together. We get together all the time on there. But the first 14 days of the month, we put out it's a challenge of 2 snaps, right?
You know what? It kind of changed right in the middle. I thought it was 2, and then people started doing 3, and I'm like, what the heck? And now it's 2. I don't know.
Sketchy. I go with 2, but it's 2 snaps based on a theme. Well, yesterday's theme was singing 80s hair bands in an accent. Well, of course, I live by Canada, so what am I going to do? Canadian. Well, if I live by Canada, so does anybody else that lives here, right? So there was a toddler at our pantry yesterday that was I mean, not only was he singing Kiss, but he had the makeup. I don't go for the sympathy vote all the time. It's the only time I've ever used a kid.
I just got to say, okay, there's 2 things I want to say. One, what the heck is a Canadian accent? They sound like Americans.
No, they do not. No, they do not.
I don't know. I have a lot of Canadian friends, and I guess you have to listen really closely, but they sound all like you. I'm just saying.
Well, they sound like me because I live by Canada.
But you're American, right?
I am American, but we have like this weird accent here where it's kind of Midwesternish Canadian, eh?
Okay. And then I had to side with Katie on this one, and here's why. Mm-hmm. I remember this one time where I did creepy, and I did, I don't know, dolls or something was the theme. Anyway. I dressed up, I did my hair in ponytails, I did the makeup, I redid my bed, I did like the little puppet stuff, I reenacted stuff. I poured my heart into that, and it was really good. Like, it was really good. And Jason had his kid come on and play the piano or something, and they're like, oh, we love Jason and the baby. So.
And let's be honest. I am not the only one that puts my animals in my snaps. Because I put Jake in my snaps, but who else does? Tina, you,
Rebecca,
Amanda. Hello. Yeah,
You know, it might be that we're going to have to start making rules here because it's getting a little vicious. We've been in this competition group where it really is like we're brothers and sisters, and we talk about the craziest things. We do stuff in the group that we wouldn't do anywhere else. You can ask Nikki. She's like, "Shut up, Emily, shut up."
Yeah, she's like, don't tell anybody. I mean, we have literally showed sides of ourselves that nobody should see.
Physical and mental, yeah. And so we're actually like getting really, really competitive in there. And I've been so busy working on this Bubblr project that I haven't been able to compete, but man, it is fun. And we got people from all over the place. We have, I think the furthest we have is Australia, right?
Yeah.
I love it.
We always forget about it. I'm not going to say any more, Mickey. I won't share what you showed.
She's like, she didn't show anything. Oh, her mental side? Everybody knows about her mental side.
Well, well, you have to admit that the little toddler rocking out
was so flipping adorable. Like,
wasn't he amazing?
I don't even know how you did it because you recorded it that day, didn't you?
Yeah. It just it just happened when I was there. I walked up to his dad had said, "Hey, Stacy and Ryan are in the van." And I was like, "Oh, sweet, I haven't seen him in a while." So I walked over to him, and last year, every time I saw him, he would go, "He's Spider-Man," and he'd go, "Psh." Now, this little kid is amazing. He's a miracle as it is. He was born, I think he was born pretty early too. He has spina bifida. And they said he would never walk. And he can with the help of braces, but he can, and he's doing great, and he's amazing. But he's like the coolest kid in the world. And he has decided that he loves Kiss. He just thinks Kiss is like the greatest thing in the world. And
so why was he dressed up like that day?
Because he was jamming out to it, so he asked his mom to put his Paul Stanley makeup on.
And how old is he?
I think he's 3.
Yeah, he was like so adorable and so
he
cute.
Might be almost 4.
Yeah, so like I thought you had actually planned that because the theme is given out the night before. It's not like we have a lot of time to prepare for what's coming up. And so the theme was put out that it was bad 80s hair bands.
You had to sing an 80s hair band in an accent, which I have to say that most of those submissions yesterday were not singing the song in the accent. They were singing an accent and changing the song totally. It was not 80s hair band. It wasn't.
But anyway, so you like go out to the van and open this van door, and here's this little 3-year-old, and he's got like the star on his eye, and he's got lipstick on, and I'm like, she totally planned this, but he's walking out to Kiss. He's got his tongue out, and he's like, it's like this.
Awesome.
It was really awesome, and Mickey did really well too. So you guys, I went ahead and I pinned the link for you to hop on in. What we want to hear your best travel stories. You can type them in the comments, but if you're brave enough, we'd love to have you in here. And we have a prize for the best story. And we're going to let you guys go ahead and, are we going to let them vote? Or are we going to decide? I think we should decide. If we can't win, we should decide.
I think we get to decide. We talked about letting you guys win, but you know what? We're selfish and we're not going to let you. So we're going to do it ourselves. And if you're wondering what we're talking about, because we haven't told you, we've just talked about monkeys. We're talking about travel, and we want to hear good, bad, unique, scary. I mean, we want to have some fun, you guys. Yes, entertain us.
She put a muzzle on me. I'm only allowed to say so much.
Yeah, Emily. Well, because we all know that some of Emily's trips may have been questionable.
Okay, so most of my trips were when I was younger, and I'm always
pre-kids.
Of course. I mean, I was a teenager.
Uh-huh. Were you under parental supervision?
I mean, I had chaperones.
Loosely put, is that what that is?
Oh my goodness. I was a good girl. I'm just saying. I'm going to stick with that.
Hold up a picture in the comments while it's running, can you?
You know what? Tell your story and I'll see what I have. What
Okay.
are you trying to look for?
I was going to try to put up, I've got some other pictures that I was going to try to put up. So I guess it's my turn to tell favorite stories. And I think my favorite vacation of all time, you guys are going to think it's lame, but Miller and I didn't take a honeymoon when we got married. So our 25th wedding anniversary, we went to Cancun, and we had the best time. I mean, we really had the best time, but we went and did the excursions in that. And we went on this, the Mayan cenotes tour, the adventure tours where you go in and you zip line down and you snorkel into the different cenotes. You guys, I jumped off of a 30-foot cliff into the water. Now, something says on Facebook, it says something went out on this. I wonder what happened.
Do you have that picture of you jumping off?
I do, and I'm trying to send it to you. Did I send it to you in the
I can't seem to take it out of Messenger, but I gotta tell you, I'm a little bit jealous of of that trip. It's beautiful and
incredible. So I'll hold it up is what I'll do. It's not pretty, and I may have screamed a lot, but I did it, and Miller did it. Did you do it, Miller? I didn't think you did. He said he jumped too. I didn't think he did. Can you see it?
we can see it.
Cool. But it was
I
cool.
found a way to get these pictures up. Do you see this?
You did.
Yes.
So did you get the other picture that I sent you of the cenotes?
No, I'm just going through my albums and I figured I was jealous of that, so I pulled this one up. Do you see it?
And these were the things that we were jumping down and swimming into to go see. And it was the most incredible thing. It was just beautiful. Definitely worth the wait. But I mean, we've had most of my travel has been because we are visiting friends or family or traveling with the military from one state to the other. We did get to go to Kiowa Island, South Carolina, and Tina will know where that is. My uncle has a condo there, and it was one of the most amazing places we've ever been here. And it was very cool. It was very secluded. It was really pretty. We went crabbing. Yes, Katie went crabbing. It was very cool. So those are mine. I want to hear yours, so I'm not going to tell you about all mine. If you want to hear about others, I can tell you later, but I have a couple creepy ones.
Ooh, I want to hear creepy. Ooh, are you going to talk about the wedding?
Yes. Yes. Okay, so guys, understand that she's a very good friend of mine. She is one of my best friends. But some of you remember I went to Mississippi last year when Trina got married.
Mm-hmm.
And after her wedding, we went to Vicksburg, Mississippi, and she wanted to stay at a bed and breakfast. And where was that? That was it. That was in Cancun, Mickey. So we went to Vicksburg. We stayed at a bed and breakfast, and I like this kind of stuff. I like the plantations. I like to go to those, and I wasn't afraid. I mean, I watched scary movies. I wasn't afraid. Those things are not a big deal to me. However, this was. You have no sound. What happened?
Carlos gave me a phone call and I needed to take it because I've been trying to get a hold of him all day. So I put him on mute. I'm going to go back on mute for 2 seconds. All
right. So we were in this bed and breakfast, and when we went into the room, we got into my room, and it was a pretty room. It was a very pretty room. But above the bed was the creepiest picture I've ever seen in my life. And I said, I am not okay with that. That is not okay. And so, we kind of talked about it, and we left to go to the Craven House, which is supposed to be the most haunted house in Mississippi. And let me tell you, it is. It really is. But we got there. I wasn't afraid. We walked through. I was laughing. We were kind of making fun of things because it was kind of, it wasn't scary. It just wasn't. But, if you're not familiar with Vicksburg, which you should be, because if you didn't, that means you didn't pay attention to history class. The Battle of Vicksburg, yes, I told it to her. The Battle of Vicksburg, where all of I think it was like 40 some days of fighting, and so many soldiers died, and it was terrible. But this is where it was. A lot of it was held right here, and I think it was a battle hospital. They said, So we're walking through and we come up the stairs and we turn and I stopped and I said, Trina, that's the picture above my bed. And she goes, no, it's not. And I said, yeah, it really is. And she's like, no, it's fine. I'm like, whatever. I'm still not afraid, you guys. Just so you know, I'm not afraid. I just thought this creepy little picture is going to have to go. Yes. Yes. And so we go up and we go into the next area and we get in this one room and there's this beautiful bedspread and she tells this long story about the woman whose room it was and yada, yada, yada. And she says, this bedspread, there's only 2 of it like it in the whole world. One is here. The other one was used in the movie The Gone with the Wind. Gone with the Wind. And I'm like, well, no wonder. It's my favorite movie. Of course I love it, right? Mm-hmm. She says, make sure you touch it on your way out. Okay, now, common sense says, she just told us that this is like the most haunted house in Mississippi. And this room, by the way, the woman who had it, she's the most active ghost there, okay? Make sure you touch it. And I go, I'm not touching that bedspread. So we go to go out, and she goes, you didn't touch the bedspread. I said, I'm not touching the freaking bedspread. It's not going to happen.
What is the bedspread going to do?
I'm not touching the bedspread, all right? So we go to
like just come up, and it's going to go into like a body form, and it's going to like float around you and be like, woo, Katie.
So we get to the next area, and she says, if you have problems with your knees or anything else, these stairs are really difficult to go down. We suggest you go along the balcony and meet us down there. And I'm like, I'm not going to chance that one. So I walked along the balcony with other people. I was not alone. It was not a big deal, right? We get down, and I'm fine until we get to the last room. And she's talking. As soon as I walked in the room, before she said anything about it, I thought, I have this weird tingling in my foot and up my leg. And I thought, did I hurt it?
Did you do anything that day?
No, I didn't. It was weird. And it started like crawling up my leg, and I was kind of getting freaked out, and I like brushed it like something was there, but it wasn't. And it went away. And I'm like, well, that was weird. And then she's talking about this room, and I guess the last person that tried to live in the house was the heir to the French's mustard empire or whatever. And he was in the room and he dropped something and he leaned down to go get it. And he said he felt what felt like a man's boot push him down on the ground and pushed him so hard that it broke his glasses and cut him. And he was like, yep, out of here. And that was it. And I was like, well, that was creepy. We left. Still not afraid. Okay. We left. We went to dinner. Everything's fine. It was a really, really hot, very, very windy day. And as we're pulling onto the ground.
Because have you seen your camera?
What?
I said, I think you brought the ghost home. Have you seen your camera?
So we pull onto the property, and I suddenly am having, like, I couldn't breathe, and I felt like this panic coming into me, and it was weird. It was very, very weird. It was unreasonably weird. And we're walking on, and it was so hot before, and suddenly it's cold. There's, like, no wind. It's kind of hazy, and I'm like, this is weird. We go into my room, and I'm looking at Trina. Now, guys, you have to know me well enough that I don't usually fall apart like this, but I completely fell apart like a toddler.
Wait. I'm sorry, you say you don't fall apart, but I'm thinking of you with birds.
Yeah, that's different. So, like a toddler fall apart. Unreasonable, ugly, crying. And I'm like, Trina, I know this is your wedding. I can't stay here. And she's like, what do you mean you can't stay here? I'm like, I'll sleep in the car. I can't stay here. She's like, well, let's go look at my room. Maybe I'm not attached to it. We're okay. And I'm thinking her husband, who I just met, is thinking, who is this chick? Right?
I would be.
So we go to her room, and the feeling's getting worse. And this feeling that I have, coming at my leg at the place is with me. And I'm like, I'm panicking. He goes, I'm going to go to the front house and see if we can move to the main house. He comes back and says, there's nobody there. The doors are locked. I'm like, I said, I'll sleep in the car. So we decided we didn't stay there. We ended up staying at a hotel. It was ridiculous, right? The whole bit. If you want to know more of it, I could tell you later. But we come back the next day to check out. And I'm telling the woman what had happened. And you could tell she was kind of irritated, And all of a sudden, this other woman that was coming down the stairs says, what time did this happen? And about the same time that she started to say, and I said at the same time, we both go 10 o'clock. They were up on the roof because it was hot, and they went up there to cool off. And about that time, it got really cold and the wind stopped and this haze settled in over where I was going to be staying. I'm telling you, the place was haunted. Creepiest trip ever. Hands down, that would have won. I'm just saying. That's why I can't win.
Okay.
Lori, I'll send you a link.
This is like turning in. Oh, the link is pinned. It's pinned to the conversation. So if you go up, it should be the first comment. Okay. So this is kind of turning into ghost stories because I mean I have ghost stories to say.
I bet you do.
So I went ahead and I figured out how to use Facebook pictures, and I'm kind of a people person. So in my pictures, I tend to have people, and I grew up in California. So I don't know if this counts, but I took 2 years ago, I took my kids on a road trip. I threw them in the car and we went from Georgia up to Nevada and then down to where I grew up around Monterey Bay area to visit my cousins who own some shops down there. And they had never met them before, but this is where I grew up and this is from that trip.
Oh, that is so pretty.
And that's Monterey Bay area. And of course, you know, you guys know my daughter, so I thought I'd go ahead and let you see her goofiness with my goofiness because you know we're goofy together. And then, you know, being in network marketing, I go around to events all the time. So, of course, I have my favorite pair of people that I stayed with. Now, I met these people online on Facebook, and they were gracious enough. When you say you don't have money for something, I am not hearing it. I needed to go to this event, and I started selling candy bars door to door. I took the last of my food stamps. I went and bought a bunch of candy bars on my food stamps, and we were selling them door to door. And I started hustling, and I found this couple online, and they offered up their room to me just because, like, chatting online and stuff like that. And now we're such great friends that anytime we go anywhere, we have to meet up. So we went to Kansas City, and I was able to hang out with them. We went for a walk.
I've seen that picture on your snap.
Yeah, so this is Troy. He's in the hat. We call him the Black Brett Michaels. And then his girlfriend, Frankie. And this was in Kansas City, and they are just totally, totally amazing. Absolutely love them. So we went for a walk after this event, right? And we stumbled into a concert that was being played. And the songs, they were all super familiar. And I'm like, who is this? And I realized, oh, it's going to like, I got a brain fart right now. It's like a big band from the 90s. I'll come back to it. Anyway, so those are the pictures that I have. But it was like, oh, Everclear. Everclear was playing.
Okay.
And so it was like a totally free concert that we stumbled upon, and we were able to just hang out and chill there. But I mean, I grew up all over the place. So I've been traveling my whole life. I went to high school in Germany, and my senior trip was to London. We stayed in Canterbury, and my computer's going to die, so I have to like let you go and plug myself in. Oh my gosh. So I was one of those crazy people that actually, you know, made fun of the guards and got them to like, you know, try to get them to like move and stuff. And they're just standing there like totally crazy. But the craziest story I have on this trip, we go on this ferry, right? We park the bus because we're driving from Germany, getting on a ferry and going to the UK. We get on this ferry, we park the bus, everybody gets off. Well, I don't realize that everybody else has boarded the bus. And so I'm getting off the ferry and I have no idea where my whole class is. And I finally get down to where the bus is supposed to be. But everybody loaded up the bus, my whole class, and drove off. And they realized a little bit down the road that they were missing me. But I'm standing there like with this bus and I'm like, I have no idea what to. I was 16 years old, Katie.
Could you speak German?
I'm English. We went to the UK. They speak English.
No, but I thought you were going over to Germany.
No, I lived in Germany.
Okay, gotcha.
And so we got on the ferry, and the ferry docked in the UK. And my school bus drove away, and I was only 16. I was barely 16. I was scared out of my flipping mind. And the whole trip was like that. The whole entire trip. It was just chaos. Anything that is out of the ordinary that will happen, it always happens to me. I'm telling
Oh,
you.
no,
It's
no,
crazy.
no, no. When, I know Trina because she was stationed at Fort Polk, Louisiana with us, and then she was stationed at Fort Hood with us too. Yes, I know they speak English. I was thinking she was in Germany, Rob. But I was staying with Trina before Tom came back from Korea, and she knew that we were going to be driving from Michigan down to Texas. And she said, wouldn't it be cool? Because she was going to Illinois and then they'd be driving back around the same time. And she said, wouldn't it be cool if we could meet up somewhere? And I said, it really would. But I'm thinking, my husband's just spent a year in Korea. There's no way he's going to drive out of his way to go meet up with her. That's not going to be important to him, right? And so I said, I don't know if he would go for that, but that would be really cool, right? So we made no arrangements to do it because I knew he would not go for that. He just wanted to get to where we were going. So we stopped with the kids, and Samantha was just a baby. She wasn't even a year old yet. We stopped with the kids at a McDonald's to get something to eat. And as we're walking in, who do I see sitting in the McDonald's? Trina and her baby and her mom. And I'm like, Tom's like, what is wrong with you? I'm like, so we ended up stopping at the McDonald's and yeah. I mean, how does that happen? Oh, just randomly.
Of course, random is not so random. Haven't you seen Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy? That keeps coming up all day today.
No, I haven't.
Oh my gosh, Katie, do you know who Patrick Star is?
No, I don't.
Yes, you do. He lives under a rock.
Oh, yeah.
He lives in a pineapple under the sea. His best friend.
Gotcha.
I love
I don't watch SpongeBob. I don't know.
Oh my goodness, I don't even know what I was talking. So we're gonna have Lori come and join us now.
Cool.
Ready?
She
2,
ready?
1. I hope so. She's gonna be loud. She's got that loud stuff going on. Oh, she dropped out. What the heck?
You told her she was loud.
What the heck, man? So she thinks she can just scream from the lobby and we can hear her? No, we actually have to have her in here.
What about Tina?
I mean, Tina. Well, I want to see Rob. Rob keeps showing up, and
No, Rob, jump in here. What the heck?
See, there's Lori. I think she went and she visited that place, and now she's being haunted. Do you see her on the screen?
No, I don't see her, but I think I'm going to send Rob the link to this so he can get his happy butt in here.
I think we have Casper in the house. Show.
Lori.
Do you see her name?
I see her name. Opa Dopa. Where are you?
She dropped out again.
All right, I just messaged him. Maybe he'll jump in. I should warn you, he's quite hilarious.
Well, we need that.
I know, you never know what he's going to say. I'm telling you.
I love it.
I just sent you. Tell him. I can tell him. I just sent you a link in your message.
What you gotta do is you gotta close your eyes
and jump really high.
And jump. Yep.
But I sent you the link in Messenger. Just click on it, and you'll be able to get in.
So I'm looking at the pictures of my friends there. I miss them so much. Like, it's amazing how just like going through pictures, you're just like,
oh, I know.
Oh.
Did you see the pictures that I was sending you?
No, I mean, I got them on my Messenger, and I can't figure out how to save them on my Facebook really fast. Now, see, no, maybe if you tagged me in them, I'd be able to pull them up just from my photos. You know how like when you're tagged, it goes into your photos?
Let me see if I can do that. Hold on.
I got a picture of my doggy. Got a picture of Carlos. I think everybody should see that one.
Rob, go to your Messenger and click the link that I sent you.
There's my Scrappy. This is like, you know, when your friends go on vacation, they're like, sit down, I'm going to show you a screen.
I know.
Oh my goodness. But guess what? I'm in charge of this broadcast, so I can.
Does Nikki want to jump in?
You know what? My daughter, she was put into this art show in her high school. And we went, and I found this picture, and tell me if it looks like anybody you know. What does that look like to you?
Carlos?
Doesn't it?
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy? Like,
Crazy.
I saw that. I'm like, what the heck? What?
You'll get it in a minute.
Did you send me something?
I just tagged you in a picture from one of my California trips. It's just every time I see it, it makes me laugh. We named it Pinot.
Nope, not getting it.
I tagged you.
I know. Well, this is the first time I'm using this, so I have no clue.
Totally tagged you. Emily
you.
is picture challenged.
I'm just challenged in general. How about that?
That's funny. So who else would like to join us? Have you ever been to Ocean City in Maryland?
I don't think I've ever been. Oh, I drove through that horrid place, I think. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, we had the best time. We really did. It was a lot of fun. Through Armed Forces vacations, we can get some really good deals, and we usually don't know where we're going to end up. We kind of base our trip on what's available.
Mm-hmm.
And this was one of them. And the condo was like right across the street from the beach, and it was just a lot of fun things to do. And Tom and I just thought we were cool. We kept going crabbing all the time. It was
so
really
how
fun.
exactly do you crab?
Okay, so how we crab is we take a chicken leg or a chicken wing, and you tie a rope on it, and it's got a weight on it, and you toss it out into the water where the crabs are.
Okay.
And then, so it was my job, because I was the patient one. It was my job to slowly bring it in to the crabs grabbed on it, and then it was his job to scoop those creepy things in to the net and get them into the cooler, because I wasn't touching them. But we did cook them. We cooked them. They were good.
I could eat them all day.
They were so good. They were so good.
I think Lori's finally here. So this was actually my very first Snapchat meetup. It wasn't a meetup. I was going to the beach, and this is in, I think, South Carolina. Is that where, you know who Bobby Jones is? We haven't seen him in a while, but.
Body, yeah, Body. I do know Body.
Yeah.
Where's he been?
He's been working on his business. He's been trying to transform into a full-time entrepreneur. That. Yeah. So this was the very first Snapchatter that I met, and it was because we went to the beach where he lives. He's a surfer. Did you know that?
No, I didn't know that. Yeah, and that really strikes me as funny.
Yeah, if you go to his YouTube channel, he has a bunch of videos up of him surfing, and he's actually really good.
And see, that's not something I would have ever pegged him as doing. That's cool.
I know.
He's when you learn about somebody else and didn't know.
Yeah, because when I saw him, when I first saw him, he had that beard, and he kind of looked like a Grizzly Adams kind of guy. And I just never saw him as being like free-spirited like that. And I guess I associate surfing with being free-spirited. I guess that comes from, my family and being in California or something.
That's funny.
Yeah, I guess we all like where we grew up, because I got to tell you, I think Monterey and Big Sur and all that is the best. I mean, that's where not Sherlock Holmes, Hitchcock does all his did all of his filming and stuff, because it's so beautiful but so creepy at the same time. Have you seen Rebecca?
Which Rebecca?
The movie Rebecca.
No.
Oh, it's hauntingly beautiful.
I have not seen that.
So I don't think anybody wants to come in, Katie.
I know, it's like they don't want to share their stories, which is really lame, because they won't win a prize.
But you got 2 prizes, right? Does that mean we both get one?
It's a possibility, yes. I already have one, just not with this on it.
I want it on it. You know what? I want to go pour a glass of wine. We can put up like a little inner, what is it called?
Knock, knock. Mickey's saying knock, knock. Is she coming in?
I don't know. Who's there, Nikki? So I keep bringing Lori in, and I don't know what's going on with Lori.
Lori, if you're not on a laptop, it will not work. You need to be on laptop. Okay, Kim said send me the link in Messenger, so I am right now.
So just a question, like when the link is pinned to the comment section, is it not workable?
I don't know.
Can I just say my brain went on vacation today?
Yeah.
Like all day long, I have felt a little bit frantic. I felt like I've had a lot of work to do, but I've really got nothing done. And anytime I go to do work, I feel like my brain juice is just all gone.
I totally understand that and can relate to that very well. I
Really.
actually got a lot done today. I really did, which was kind of nice. But I really want to hear about other people's trips. I really, really do.
I
Because
actually,
my trips are all, I mean, you guys have, you see a lot. I mean, my trips are all traveling to see friends and family.
okay, I got a trip for you. I was
Yes.
in the car when I was a teenager, and my mom, you know, and teenagers and moms, we kind of have like a, right?
No, never.
You remember Clearly Canadian? In fact, I have one in my refrigerator. You remember Clearly Canadian?
I don't know what that is.
You never cease to amaze me.
I have no idea what that is.
It's a drink, and it was like a clear soda. It was called Clearly Canadian. You could
I
get it.
remember New York seltzers.
It was kind of like that, but it was a blue glass bottle in a teardrop shape. Anyway, those were my jam, right? And so I had one of those, and we were cracking up. And you know how I laugh, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, as a child, I didn't know how to control it quite yet. And my mom was like cracking me up, and I got it, like, I'm just like busting out. I had just taken a drink and she said this joke, and I literally, like, it went through my nose, it went out my mouth, my nose was burning. What the heck? Why are you calling me? You're in the living room.
I'm not calling you.
It's my daughter.
She has something to tell you.
Hello?
Hey, how are you?
Oh, okay, I'm good.
I'm good. I needed you to do me a huge favor.
You're on live.
Oh, wonderful. Hi, everybody. You
Well, hi.
Because I need you to do.
So Mickey, while she is trying to figure out what's going on with her phone call from the living room, share your story. Talk to me. I can't hear you. Oh no. Well, guys, what would a swipe up to chat be if we didn't have silence from somebody, huh? She can't hear me, can you? Can you hear me? You can't hear me at all? I can't hear you. No, like for real, I'm not even messing with you. Because now they're not going to believe me because we mess with her all the
This
time.
is what happens when you mess all the time. I can barely hear you. It's kind of like a.
She can hear you, but she can't hear me.
Do sign language.
I was trying.
No, not you, her. Do you don't hear that little bit in the back, like a?
No, I don't. I don't have headphones in.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh my gosh! Today is the day, isn't it? Hello. Can we like rewind and start over?
Oh my gosh.
Do you want to reboot, Mickey? Okay, I'm gonna drop you.
Like she's like, that is so funny. That is so funny. So what is your favorite place in the US that you've been to that's not California because you live there?
Well, you know, California is like it's
I
like
know,
three
I love
states in one.
California.
You can't.
I love
Oh
California.
my gosh, that's like telling somebody to pick their favorite chocolate when all the chocolate's good.
Dark.
I love New Orleans. Okay, I don't know, Katie,
I like New
that's
Orleans.
horrible. I love New Orleans. I love roller coasters, so I love Cedar Point.
I love Cedar Point. Disney.
That's just horrible. I love Pyramid Lake. That's in Nevada. I love. What's the name of it? It is a place in Oregon. They have the greatest Shakespeare, Portland? No, not Portland. Shakespearean festival. Ashland. I love Ashland, Oregon.
People go to Oregon for vacation?
Well, why would you not? I fell in love with Shakespeare there. They had these puppeteers. I was watching, what was that Shakespeare play? The Tempest, right?
Yes.
And these puppets were like 3 stories high. It took like 3 puppeteers to control one puppet. One had an arm, one had another arm, and then there was the body. And they were like, it was just gorgeous. It was majestic.
Okay,
It was
Mickey wants to know,
beautiful.
does she need to kill the Facebook Live when she clicks the link?
You shouldn't have to.
Try it and see if it helps, Mickey. And why can't Lori join it? I just don't understand. Can we hear you now? No.
You need to get on some like white face paint and do mime.
Do you have headphones? Maybe her maybe her microphone's not working.
Yeah, do you have headphones, Mickey?
I
Keep
understood
talking
her
like we're going to hear you, but we can't hear you. So where's your favorite place in the United States?
It's a toss-up. Kiowa Island is one of my very favorites because it was just so away from everything, and there were things there that I had never seen before. They have this thing called dolphin strand feeding,
Mm-hmm.
where the dolphins come up on the shore. There were so many alligators. It was just really, really cool. It was very cool. But I like California is one of my favorites. It really is. And if I can't be in California, I really like to be by the beach in Florida. As long as I can come in and go to Disney for a day or two, I gotta go back to
I've
the
never
beach.
been to Disney World. I've been here, 10 years now, and we just got to Florida within the last couple of years. And we literally live a couple of hours from it. But honestly,
I'm going to
the
try in
United
October.
States is like so many different countries in one. So trying to pick your favorite place is really, I can't do it because you have the beach, you have the mountains, you have the streams, you have the lakes. Like there is just so much to pick from, and to narrow it down to one thing is impossible.
And do you find that when you vacation in places where you're going to see people in that, those places become special to you because of the people? Because I don't like Louisiana at all. However, I love Baton Rouge, which I know is in Louisiana because Cindy's there now. And so we have like these really fun memories there that nobody else would think would be awesome or really cool and a reason to visit there. But I keep wanting to go back.
See, I don't go on vacation to see people. In fact, when I go places, I usually do not tell people.
Yeah.
I go to
And
enjoy
we have two
myself.
trips like that. We have when we go to see people and visit, and then when Tom and I go on vacation, we like take off.
Yeah, I don't want anybody to plan my time. And haven't you noticed that happens? Like when I go to California, I will spend, like if I'm going to be a month there, I will spend 3.5 weeks. And then the last half week, I'll tell my family that I'm there. Because they will sit there and plan all your time. When I go to Monterey, we get there and they're like, oh, we got to go to dinner, and oh, we got to go here, and oh, I got to take you to get these shirts, and oh, I got to do this, and oh, I got to do that. And I'm just like, I don't want to. I just want to sit on the beach and chill. Can't we just have a barbecue? Can't we just picnic? Like, why do we have to do all this stuff?
If we went to a beach location and it were you and I, we would get along perfectly because that's all I want to do is stay at the beach.
Yeah, if I'm by the beach, don't put me anywhere else.
When the sun goes down, that's fine. We can go in and go eat and do whatever else, but I want to be by the beach during the day.
Exactly. Okay.
Absolutely. Can we hear you now? I feel like a cell phone commercial. Son of a poop. Nothing.
What did you just say? Did you just say son of a poop?
I can't hear her.
Oh my gosh, there's a quote right there. Son of a poop.
I can't hear her. Oh my goodness.
Wait. Let's see. Do it again. Once upon a time, Eloisa Fair, Parrot, Mary.
House.
Steeple.
Church.
Here
It's
is
a
the
church.
church, and here is the steeple.
Open the doors and see all the people. No?
Oh my gosh.
Oh, golly.
And this is why we love monkey business, right?
Oh my God.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh. You know, at this point, Mickey might win just for sign language, you know?
So I think she needs to win.
I think
she did the church and the steeple for us.
So I'm thinking that once upon a time, two people went to a church. There were a bunch of people inside, and someone got married? No, totally not.
Okay, once upon a
Hansel and
time.
Gretel?
Once upon a time. You were in.
Yeah.
You were
She was
getting
in
married.
Paris. Once upon a time, she was in Paris?
Oh, like the Eiffel Tower. Is that what that was? You were doing the Eiffel Tower? That doesn't look like the Eiffel Tower.
Danica. Okay, so did you... Wait, start back. Go back to Paris. I lost it.
You were going there one night. Okay.
Yes.
You took the train with a ham? You danced with a ham. You walked.
She walked.
Ran. Subway. You sacrificed one goat.
She sacrificed a goat.
That's what Danica said.
Okay, so once upon a time in Paris, she walked along the road. Along the road.
I think she took the subway.
Will you stop it, Danica?
I think I see Kim. She's in here you drove.
Okay, they drove.
I think
we went on the correct side of the road.
She's like freaking Helen Keller here. Don't start throwing your food, Mickey.
Okay, so for those of you that are trying to join that can't seem to get in to here, you cannot be on a mobile device to work with Bubblr Media not Bubblr Media, to work with Be Live TV for some reason. I'm not really sure why. You would think by now they would have figured that one out, but no.
You know, Mickey, there's actually this place where you can like type in the green room and I can pull it up. Yeah. You hit the writing thing right there.
You can?
Like,
oh my gosh.
Chat with your guest. Hey, girl. You see that?
But then we want you to act it out while she's reading it.
Okay. Let's see.
Once upon a time, I was in Paris, walking to the place where I milked the cow.
She was only in Paris for one night.
Okay.
She met a hot French man.
Oh.
And she thought he was asking for a cigarette.
Oh, no.
They hired a cab driver at 1 a.m. to drive back to his chateau.
Okay, make her act out the rest before you say it. They did not worship the devil.
So they're going sightseeing. They hired a cab to go sightseeing.
They're sightseeing. Ooh la la, taking pictures. Did you say ooh la la? Because I want to know.
Did.
Okay.
Good.
Ooh la la. Gotcha.
She said the cheese was amazing, the wine was even better, and the French kissing was to die for.
That would be Mickey wins. Oh, Mickey.
She said, this is live.
This is yesterday, and I'm going to repeat it because it's worth saying. My love for Mickey grows every day.
Every day.
Because she is just so awesome. Wait, she French kissed a goat now? How did I miss this?
Could you imagine all of us girls together for a night? That would my head hurts just thinking.
Yes.
But there can be no live streaming. There can be no pictures.
There can be no nothing. And I can't Snapchat if Danica's in the room anyway.
I think, you know what? You should take over somebody's account and then you can Snapchat all you want.
See, we would have to like get rid of the other people in the house because they would not handle us.
Why would we stay with you? We'd get a cabin.
House.
No, we'd get a cabin. Like we could go to Helen, Georgia. We can get our own cabin that has like a spa and a swimming pool and a pool table and a pole. I'm just kidding. Yeah, hello. If there's no pictures, we're going to get Katie wasted and watch what she does.
Okay, Katie doesn't drink, but
yeah, we know.
But I have heard that pole dancing is very good exercise. And I have always wanted to try, but I have never been able to.
Well, just purchase a pole and start. I think you'd be good at it. So she went and she hired a cab at 1:00 in the morning. She was only there for one night and they took her around to all the sightseeing places. And then she stayed up all night. She found a farmer's market the next morning and she just had a blast and totally took advantage of the Paris experience.
That's awesome.
Is that right, Mickey?
How long ago was this? 3
years.
Wow.
Oh, wow. She said, please leave out the kissing the goat part. Oh, okay.
But she milked a cow. She definitely milked a cow.
Oh, she drank milk from the cow.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Squirt. That's funny.
Cab driver barely spoke any English, but he stopped to take photos of me. To take photos of you? What were you doing that he wanted to take photos of you?
Yeah.
Oh, you milked the cow in Ireland? What?
Wait, she's milking
the cow to Ireland? What?
What?
Did you go on like a European trek? She went to Ireland and then she went to Paris for work.
I wish Samantha was able to be in here for this one because she really has had a few really amazing trips.
He wasn't really a cab driver. What happened was she was in Ireland and he roofied her drink and took her to Paris, where he ended up taking boudoir pictures of her. And now when you go to Paris, you'll see on the billboards over there, Hot for Mickey, which is now a porn movie where she's bathing in milk.
Okay, I just want to say, Mickey, you already won. You didn't have to pull in the sympathy boat with your dog behind you.
Oh my gosh, this was a train wreck, and I'm so glad you guys were here for it. It was amazing. An amazing train wreck.
Oh my gosh, that was funny.
Like flipping Mad Libs. That's what we should do next time. All right, so Mickey gets the prize. What's the prize?
Well, it is a pop socket. It is a custom pop socket. And I sent you the picture, Emily. It is on your messenger.
It is. But
Can you pull it up?
Of course not. I told you, I don't know how to work all this tech. You guys come to me for all the tech stuff like, oh my gosh, you're so good, you could figure this out. And I'm just like, I would rather be doing other stuff. I don't know what I'm doing.
Chat pop socket. Yes.
Wow. It's like our first official branded something, huh?
It is. So when it comes, that will be Mickey's. And aren't you guys all jealous that you didn't get to be in the running for it? Because wait, it's too late to jump in now.
Yeah. So Rick said he tried to, but he's too weak.
Oh my
Danica
God.
will lock you in. She will. All right. So what are we going to be talking about next week?
Next week we
Nikki's
are
getting her roots done, so she's going to hop out. Bye, Nikki.
getting her rooster. Oh, bye, Mickey. Thanks. I am looking it up right now. You know, Emily, you have another show starting here very soon, and I can't wait for you to do it. Would you like to tell everyone what the name is called? Or can I just say it really loudly?
Sure, why not?
Shut up, Shatters.
It seems, yeah, like it fits, right? You know how many people tell me that throughout the day?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so many. I think it gets told to me several times a day. Just shut up, Shatters.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen of the chat, we cannot do this without you. Next week is Memories, Getting to Know You. We can't get to know you if you don't jump in. So we need you on a laptop or a computer, like a desktop, to be able to jump in to be live TV, unless we do Zoom for that one.
Maybe. You know what? I would love to have like a round table, like a slumber party for memories where we could do like questions in a hat and everybody has to pick them out and answer them and not know what it is beforehand.
I think that's a great idea. So you guys, if you want to be in that round table next week, send us a message. We'll see how many we can get, and we will draw and decide who's going to be in it. Because if we have too many, we're going to have to draw out of the hat or figure it out.
And I want dudes in here too.
Yep.
I love my
Rob, you're
chicks,
in.
but
Rob,
I don't want this to be
you're in.
like, we need, you know what? Maybe we need to go hunting for some rabbits.
Oh, rabbits.
Hmm.
I think Carlos needs to be in.
What about DJ Struthmate? Where is he? The refreshments are in the green room.
Australia. So I will find out if he is available. But he would be fun in here.
I think he will.
Definitely. Maybe Chocolate Johnny would be available.
Oh, okay.
Maybe.
Yeah. Everybody likes chocolate, right?
Oh, yeah.
Hello. So if you got chocolate in your name, then obviously you're the bomb.
Well, yeah. Yes, I need snacks. Rob, plan on it next week. Plan on it. So yes, tonight has been a little bit frustrating, and I don't know why, but you know, guys, did you laugh? I laughed. Did you laugh?
I screamed. People told me to shut up. I think maybe I'm afraid to have Robin here. All right, guys, we will see you next week. Prepare to jump on, be on your computer. We're going to have some pre-done. I can't think today. Katie, take it away.
We will be having some questions already made up for next week that we will be drawing out. We want you to join us. Be ready to share. Be ready to laugh. And guys, just spend some time here chatting. That's what this is about, right?
Swipe up the chat.
You guys have a great week.